Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second. To throw is gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Complete to T.J. Hawkinson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hold on. Check.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. It's complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions have 1-11 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
To the air again. Gone. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds here. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Williams again, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Forced out to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So now following the sack, often the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Value 3. 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Shark calls it in. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Fourth down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A play fake for Swift, now Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, Swift.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Goff. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, Goff. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get a bit closer.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because you got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Nico on the tackle. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Hold on. Check. Hey, 5.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Value 3. 2 for 1.
They'll try it now with Swift. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Back at the 36-yard line.
Maverick.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Cal.
Now gone. Under pressure, they got him again. Devontae Wyatt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on third down. And pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Goff now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action. Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Cousins steps away to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Cousins on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Cousins again. Rolling to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They give it to Williams running right. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd.
And they'll run again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Javonte Williams, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Play action. It's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
He's gained 25 yards on the play. And the Lions first down.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Super one.
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 2 for 3 before that.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lionsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Second down, here's an option right. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
68 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. 36 yards.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looking to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Out of the gun. Gone. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 47.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 40-yard line.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down. 4th down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Gone.
That's once again complete to Chark.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And some room to work. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards. 29 officially. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Lions 14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On play action, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 5. And the Vikings first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Javonte Williams, the ball carrier. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. It's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from back at the 9 after that last play. This is 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's got it to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To the air again. Gone. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got him. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
One last throw here for Goff. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another week to forget.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up.